Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Three Bros and the Mic. Who we got? We got Zay, we got Mike, we got J Mac, we got Mark. Three Bros and the Mic.
Yes, sir. What's up, fellas? How y'all feeling?
Hey,
man.
Blessed,
Welcome back, man.
Good deal, man.
Anytime I get to spend time with y'all, it's great.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Likewise.
Facts.
We
Likewise.
always say,
Chop
man,
it up,
therapy
man.
for us, right?
Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
Always, man. Gotta have.
Yeah.
So our topic today, man, let's talk about rejection.
For women, though, right?
For both.
Oh, wow.
But really, man, the focus is on the men today.
Oh, man.
It's a touchy subject,
Right.
Because you're dealing with pride, you're dealing with ego.
No
you
doubt.
know, telling the man no, we don't want to hear that. in most cases, right? But this topic came up, man. I had a good conversation with a coworker who is a female and is in a situation with a man who doesn't want to. In her words, I guess I'm speaking for her in my words, but in so many words, she was saying like, I'm giving these subtle signs. I'm trying to show him, hey, I'm.
Right.
We've been doing this for a while. You've been hitting at me, been flirting with me through text, flirting with me when we see each other. Like, I'm feeling you. And she got receipts to show that you're feeling her.
Right.
He's like, it goes back to our last episode about when to cross that line.
Right.
And she does go and to therapy, which shout out to you for doing that because I think it's powerful and it's needed for a lot of people to go to therapy.
Right.
Someone
Definitely.
to help you guide, your thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
For sure. So she went to a therapist, and the therapist said, one thing to keep in mind, one of the top 5, I believe, things that men are afraid of is rejection. And she brought that to me, and it just, I felt some type of way. I was like, man. That pride, pumped up,
yeah,
right?
facts. Yeah,
but then when I
definitely.
sat back and thought about it on the way home, I was like, that therapist got a point. I don't like to hear no in certain situations,
Right.
because it does something to my spirit.
Right.
So,
And we just want to put it out there, Three Bros and a Mic. We strongly advocate. No means no. In this situation.
sure.
Yeah, fact. We just want to get that out the way.
Oh,
Put that little
that's
disclaimer out there.
no, real talk.
It's true.
But I mean, in terms of like, when you're aspiring to do something or get somewhere and someone tells you along your journey, no.
Yeah.
Or you try to be in a relationship and the female you want to cross the line with says, I'm not ready for that. And they go, no. I'm like, dang, wait, now I feel humiliated.
Right.
Humiliated,
Yeah.
right? Now my pride is taking a little stab at it.
Right.
Because I thought we had something. Now I'm feeling some type of way. So
And then J Mac, real quick though, and then I guess Mark and Mike can jump in too. I just wanted to, because while it's on my mind, J Mac, and I'll let you get back to your own. I've seen a lot of women, and I've heard at work as well, where I don't know if y'all guys seen on social media too, where a lot of women are even afraid, like when a guy approaches them out in public, to not give them their number because they're afraid of what will happen if they don't give them their number, man.
Why not?
Yeah, and I see they just like, after they give them the number, they'll just block it or whatever. But at least in that situation,
But that's where I was going, because the lady said that men are afraid of women laughing at them, but women are afraid of men hurting them.
Yeah, facts.
Hurting
Yeah,
them
that's
could be physically, mentally,
yeah,
whatever the
right,
case
yeah,
may be.
facts.
So I thought that was a powerful statement.
Yeah, definitely, man.
That is somewhat true for me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be humiliated in front of people, let alone my wife. But there are some stats here that I thought would be good. The first one comes up. It says 60% of men have felt insecure when dating, with rejection being their biggest fear.
What?
It says that more than half of men have felt insecure when it comes to dating. What equates to that? Their age, their appearance are key contributing factors. Another one, really quick, and y'all can chime in, man. 1 in 5 single male men, 20%, are looking for love when it comes to dating. But this is compared to 11% who are just looking for no strings attached,
Right.
kind of thing. And then
Okay.
you got, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And 20% men say that they can talk more openly about their mental health, versus 20% who said they still don't feel vulnerable enough to talk about their mental health. So you think about it in terms of rejection, like when you try to open up, and you don't feel that space being reciprocated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I I don't want to say anything. And another good statistic is 39% say that the Me Too movement has impacted their approach to dating, with a tenth of them feeling ashamed of how they previously treated women. 10% of them have felt since the Me Too movement how they look back on their lives and how they have treated women. They feel totally ashamed, which I think can also lead to rejection. Like, I don't even want to step to you because of the fact that they're thinking about
how you could be perceived or how,
it
you
could be
know.
perceived. And plus, I mean, just speaking about men, it goes across the board. But when you have good guys like us up here, it's kind of unfair how we're being perceived. You know, we out there in the streets, and let's just say we see a mother of one or a mother of two or whoever it is, and they're struggling with their bags.
Yeah.
Right.
Or trying to get through a door at a store, grocery store or something.
Right.
And you being the courteous and kind person that you are, you see somebody who needs help.
Right.
And they get real
Defensive, like, hey, man, what you trying to
I got it, but
right,
I see
yeah.
you struggling.
Right, yeah.
So you-
Right, yeah. You good?
So
Okay, all right.
It's the perception,
Yeah,
right?
fast, yeah.
But then what that does, that rejection for me, in the past it used to just hinder me from doing anything else because of the fact that one person has that much power over me with that one rejection.
Yeah.
So, what y'all think?
I think it definitely can influence how you move. You know, because how often we hear the stigma like a real man or a strong man doesn't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if this is what we're taught, and that can apply to anything, right? You can apply to it can apply to sports. You growing up, you know, saying, look, you told her, hey, you go hard every time.
Right, yeah.
Don't let nobody let you deny you getting in the end zone or deny you from getting that ball, getting that hit, whatever it is. Same thing going to school, getting a job. Don't take at least don't take that first no.
Right, yeah, just keep going. Yeah, you might get 99
back,
no's, but that 100 when you try, that's,
They're
hey.
gonna say yes.
Right, yeah.
Persistence is everything. So,
Right.
You know, because they're back to relationships. I think that life influence and experience, it definitely kind of sets your trajectory of how you move in your relationships.
Yeah.
Like you said, you're looking to meet somebody, date somebody. You may not move the way you would have moved based on your experience last time.
Right.
On how you approach the new chick. You know,
Right.
so I'll go hand in hand. Bro.
Yeah.
That's what, and I'm glad you said that because it says here in the article that it's interesting to see that men battle the same insecurities as women.
Yeah.
Sure. We just don't talk about
I agree,
it.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
What are the common insecurities? Your looks,
Oh yeah.
you know, your age.
I
Yeah.
don't know if looks is as vain as with women, with men.
Bro, you be surprised
Like,
though, bro. Like
you
you
have
talk
to be
about
very-
hairlines and
Yeah, facts,
losing
man,
hair.
yeah.
Bro. Guys, think about that shit.
Yeah,
man.
facts.
I know a good number of guys in APS where I work, man. There's a lot of guys that take pride in
And their
their
appearance.
look.
Right, yeah.
Nails.
Everything.
Everything.
From
Like
teeth.
From
everything. Like literally on their lunch break, we'll go get a lineup and come back.
Oh,
right, yeah.
No,
that's
it's
the
that
mess.
deep, bro. I'm telling
Right,
you.
yeah, it's wow.
It's never that
Wow,
serious.
yeah.
See, my thing is from let's just pause and stay right there. for a
Right,
second.
yeah.
We're all at a conference together. Oh, not a
Right.
conference. That's at a meeting.
Right.
We got an hour lunch break. One of us goes and gets a lineup. You come back, you know you see a lineup.
Right, yeah.
My first thought is like, bro, either you got a date or you're mad insecure about yourself.
Right, yeah. Something's going on. Cause what we doing, man?
valid,
just ain't
or
got
is
time.
that
It's
you?
like, or
Well, it just depends on why. What, was it just time to get lined
Right,
up?
yeah, right,
Or
yeah.
was it already clean?
Right, yeah, and then
wanted
you
to get
just-
touched up. Just,
Right, yeah,
Just
'cause
because you
what's-
see what's out there, you say, you know what?
That's a
Yeah.
good point.
right.
So I mean, it just depends on.
Yeah, there's some people that just like that. That's just what they like. They physical appearance. They just, you know, hey man, it's been 4 days. Time to go get another lineup. We got this hour. Let me go see.
That's crazy.
Hey, you got
I got no time
anybody
to
in the
wait.
chair right now?
Right.
All right, I'm about to pull up real quick.
Right.
Some people
But
just like
think
that.
about how that could be. That also, I hope I'm not going too deep with this, but that also can stem from maybe an insecurity that he has, or that one of us has if we were that guy, where you always feel like you have to look your best,
Yeah.
and it could be something that you.
Or
already-
they have that's the perception people have, so they want to keep that standard.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
That's
you
that's
always
different
look
though. But
good.
yeah, that is true.
man, yeah.
That's true.
So now,
You
yeah,
gotta keep up with the status
Now-
Said I
quo.
always look clean.
right. Either you can feel
So
that
now you
as
do it for
pressure
the
to do
people.
it, or that's what you like to do. Some people just like to.
Some people just like to do
yeah.
that.
Make them happy.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Some people like that. You got the other half who do it for the people, and the people gonna let you down every single time. As soon as they tell you that you look good, you say, "Oh, I'm gonna keep doing it," and then next month their likes change. Like, I know, "Oh, you didn't tell me I look good today." You don't have to tell me.
That pendulum swing.
They start craving that attention. That I do look good. No, fact.
I just think that's tough, man. Like the word rejection gets such a negative of the connotation.
Yeah, facts.
But should it? I guess that's the question.
It really shouldn't, man. I mean, I think over time it should not. Like, I mean, being rejected in anything, whether it's, a college application, whether it's applying, trying out for the AAU or something whatever,
getting your house, trying to apply for your house, whatever.
Not applying, denied for a loan or whatever, or a credit card. Like rejection, I think, is like the natural feeling innately is not a good thing. But like, I think once you condition your mind and you understand that like everything isn't going to be for you, and you can factor that in, because like in business they tell us to like embrace rejection, embrace no. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're fundraising, they're just like, look, you better expect nine out of these 10 people to tell you no, or to not respond, right? And so like for me, I'm conditioned to like that. I'm already factoring that. I'm like, cool, let me send this LinkedIn email out. You're not going to participate. You're not going to be interested. Let me send this, drip mail out. They're not going to respond. They're not going to participate. But I'm going to get that 1%.
Somebody going to get it.
Obviously, that was going to be my question, but you just answered it. Is that what are the benefits and the pros and cons of thinking that way, though?
I think that you set your expectation. You set your expectations
to a certain level,
to a certain level where you expect, that okay, it's possible that I might get denied for this mortgage application. Right? It's going to suck, but like, such is life. And I'm chartering my path, across something that's already predestined for me, and not to get like, spiritual or anything like that. But it's like, what's for me is going to be for me.
Right at the end of the day, right?
It don't feel good initially, but like I think over time is what I'm trying to drive is you can condition yourself and condition your mind for rejection. But like to the initial point of the show, I've never seen. I mean, those stats are staggering to me. I've never seen or heard of a guy or guys like being more insecure or afraid of rejection than women. I just never personally or like not even in like any circles.
So man, did it take you a while to get to the point where you could have that mental fortitude to be like, okay, this situation might not work out the way I hoped, but I'm gonna move on and still we'll do plan A work, I'm gonna do B, C, or D.
Got to.
Did it take you a while to get to that mental point where you could accept that as a possibility?
Yeah, I think the more environments I put myself to where like you can get rejected. The first time for me was, outside of, I think the real first time where it hit me was like when I applied for school at Hampton. And they didn't reject me, but they put me on like a waiting list or something like that.
Same thing, right? Yeah.
And so like for me, it took the air out of me, because I was just like, yo, like all these other schools accepted me. Like I'm doing this, I got this. Like I'm selling myself, right? And then like they put me on a wait. It wasn't like a hard no. It was a soft no. Like not right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm opening up that letter, and I'm just like, wait, what?
Huh?
So like that really like weighted on me. So like rejection can have its toll on you.
I would say for me, now that you mentioned that, man, it took me back to Morehouse. But rejection can be a motivator. And that's exactly what it was for me, because at Morehouse I had going from Westlake High School to Morehouse, I think I had like a 3.4, 3.5, and I went to apply. Shout out to Morehouse, man, and I got rejected. But the way they rejected me was like how you said. They said, well, we want you, but I didn't know this, but I didn't have any community service hours. I didn't know that was a prerequisite.
Is that a part of it?
That was at that time. It was a part of it, and I was like, I didn't know that was a part of it. But everybody else in front of me, like even my cousin Reggie, man, when he went to Morehouse, he went to Doug. He had community service hours, and all of that. He got right in. We came out the same year in high school. He got in with no problem. But the dean of administration told me, he's like, the only reason why you didn't get in was because you didn't have any community service hours. I was like, he said, but I know, I guess the power of knowing people in high places. He's like, I know your people.
I was gonna say that legacy had to play
a role into it,
He was like, here's what I'm gonna do. You ain't gonna like it, but the only way I can get you in is through academic probation. You talk about feeling rejected.
You talking about putting me on academic probation?
Wow. 2.0. And I was like, I gotta tell my father
Right.
and my mom's and them that, I got in the Morehouse,
But
on acting probation, all it did was motivate me.
Right, yeah.
To what I was saying, because
Right.
that first semester I was off of that thing.
Right.
I said, you ain't about to play me, bro.
Right.
Like,
Straight up, man.
not going at the dean of the
right, yeah, no, but
But he saw my
Potential.
work.
Yeah.
Like, he saw it. He was like, yo, he shouldn't be not able to come in because he didn't have community service.
Right.
But it just goes back to what rejection can do.
Right.
It can either build you,
Right.
or
it can break you, right? Or it can break you, right? Yeah,
And
right.
I think
Fold.
take it to relationships,
Right.
even not even with a female, or just thinking about your job, friendships, church,
Right.
your day to day, whatever it is. Like, what do you allow rejection to do?
Right.
Fold you or build you? You know what I'm saying? I think that's ultimately, I think that's the question I have to ask myself every day, because every day there's some level of rejection that happens in my
Yeah,
life.
fact.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day. No matter how minute
It is.
or
Right.
big. Like, when I need to work with a teacher and we already scheduled this thing, I'm prepared, I done came in, I'm ready to rock, and you tell me no. And I'm like, in my job, data matters. And
Sure.
so at the end of each month, we gotta show our data.
Right.
And when I ain't got the data, I gotta vouch and I gotta explain why I don't have it. We supposed you helping me with my data, but now you can't do it because something else came up. But you didn't feel the need to tell me before I came in the classroom.
Right.
Now I'm 38 hot.
Right.
Right.
But at the same time, like, do I allow it to mess up my whole
Right,
day? Or do
yeah.
I keep it pushing and find somebody?
Straight up. So you putting in. It is sometimes for me. It is boiled down to simple stuff like you putting in leave for work. Like, hey, no, man. What you mean, no, man? Okay.
I didn't think of that.
Right? Yeah, man. It's just like, man. Sometimes mentally you can allow yourself to go there. Like, man, this crazy, man. I'm doing all this work. I'm,
Right. I've been on back
extraordinary employee. I stay over. I come in early. You gonna tell me no? I can't have an off day. That's how you gotta be able to have that, like Mike, man, that mental maturity to be like, you know what? Okay, they told me no in this situation. Let me go back to the drawing board and see if B and C work. Instead of just having a knee-jerk reaction and just being like, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to go off, I'm about to do this.
Arms in the air.
Right, yeah, and you make a rash decision, and then you look back on it, it's like, I could have handled that in a totally different way.
But you know what? I've seen situations where a boss in a career setting will say no just to see your reaction. But they already made their mind. You can have that day off.
Right.
They want to see how
You gonna react. Right, yeah, fast,
And
yeah.
then if you walk out the office like, all right, well, I appreciate it.
Right, yeah.
And you go back to your office the rest of the day, you still doing your thing.
Right.
You come back and say, you know what, you can have that day.
Yeah,
That's a little manipulative.
Yeah, I don't like that, man. I don't like that type of stuff. Don't test me. Don't test me. What you get off at?
Basic interview, bro. Basic interview. They ask probing questions. Basic interview.
Right, yeah, fact.
They got their whole list of interview questions,
Yeah.
but they got the other pool of questions just for fillers.
Yeah.
Right, character, right?
Right, yeah.
Like everybody had like, what would you do in this situation?
Yeah, scenarios
The
and
same
stuff like
thing.
yeah,
They
fact.
want to see, get the mindset. It's okay. Are you a yes person?
Yeah.
Are you a no person?
Okay.
Hey,
Right.
how do you take
Yeah.
no? Like it's the same thing.
Everybody, you know when you feeling and you starting off like you say, man, everybody, yeah, yes, no.
Yeah,
But then when you
yeah.
actually get put in a situation like that, and then they actually say, oh man, nah, you don't react this way. You was just in here putting this fluff in, trying to put what we trying to hear, but yeah, facts, yeah.
So have any of y'all ever been rejected in relationships? Like
Man.
female relationships?
I'm gonna tell you this, man, J Mac. Yeah, definitely,
for sure.
man.
I hope so. Everybody,
Man,
for sure.
right.
Well, when you
facts.
say in relationships, you mean like when you're shooting your shot?
Right. Yeah, facts, definitely,
or,
man.
or just regular, like
Right.
if you get in a relationship.
How
I
did
mean,
you take that? Was it folding or did it build you up? Like, all right,
Man,
man.
I always had the mentality, look, man, you can only tell me one or two things, yes or no. If you tell me no, have a
On to
great
the
day.
next
Yeah,
one.
okay, man, have a great day. I appreciate it. Yeah,
I'm of
keep
the
it
same
moving.
school, man. One of my homeboys in college, shout out to D. Smith. He had this philosophy. He was just like, and he used to shoot at everything. He didn't care what or who it was. He would shoot at everything. But he had this philosophy. He would say, "You can't lose what you never had."
Fact.
And so, like, I mean, I kind of just ran with that. And he was just like, look, I mean,
Life.
Right.
she bad, she cute. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna shoot my shot, but like, she was never mine to begin with. So I either get it or I don't.
all she do is say no.
All she can do is say no, and he just moved on to the next person at the lunch table.
And Mike J, y'all probably speak to this too, though, man. A lot of them, in my, back in that time period, back in school and stuff like that, you would be surprised how many the baddies or the bad ones wouldn't get approached because the guys felt like she
was
out
too-
my
yeah,
league,
yeah,
she
yeah,
too
yeah.
this, she
They
too
thought they
that.
did automatic.
Right,
When you
yeah,
know
fact.
It's the same narrative.
Fact.
I mean,
But then you
Straight
talk
up.
to them,
I was
they
a
were like,
punk,
I was waiting for
I
you
was
to
waiting
talk
for
to
Right,
me.
yeah,
Stop
fact.
playing.
Right, straight up, man.
All the time.
Yeah, man.
All the
I
time.
always had a crush on you. Like,
Right, yeah.
All the time.
I thought you were going to tell me no.
So tell me this then. Now that you brought that out of your league, what makes, I'm not saying this is about y'all, but just thinking about men in general, what makes you feel that a woman's out of your league?
Anything, everything, bro.
Yeah.
It could be something specific to you, to be insecurities, right?
Right.
You know, it could be like, you know what,
She's confident as hell.
Like she dressed too good for
Right,
me.
yeah,
Like,
fact.
I got on, you know, it ain't,
Yeah.
she can't like me, like, you know. Or, you know what, she keep up, she made her grades, you know.
Right,
in
yeah,
school.
fact,
She
straight up.
A's.
Yeah.
I'm barely making it out here, but
Yeah.
she ain't, you know. But you never know.
Yeah, I'm a freshman. She a senior.
She
She
a
about to
senior.
graduate.
You
I mean,
understand.
she's fact. You know.
But she come from money. You know?
Yeah, and I ain't, you ain't got it like that, right? Yeah, man.
You know, so she
No,
ain't
I
listen to me.
ain't even gonna lie though. Real talk, man. Freshman year of high school, senior in high school was fresh for me, and it built my whole confidence. Like, But then when they graduate, I'm thinking, you know what? Matter of fact, she didn't graduate. She actually went to another school, and I'm like, bet. Well, since a senior feeling me, well, I know all these other seniors are feeling me. That rejection was hard.
Yeah,
brother.
facts, yeah.
I mean, it's
See, that would have been an ego boost for me.
Straight
So
up.
for me, at that point, I would have felt like,
Yeah.
you know, whoever says no, that's your loss. Like,
Right.
I'm a freshman, and I had like
Bag the senior,
I
right?
pulled
Yeah,
her.
fact,
thinking
yeah.
like that. I
Like,
Yeah, fact.
Yeah, man. It's all about how you take
It's
it.
all.
man.
Yeah.
I like how you put that, Mark. It's like, when you out of your league can be that it's something that you're lacking that they have.
Yeah.
That's it.
I never thought about it like that because I was
Right.
like, man, that girl, like you said, man, she a baddie, bro. Like the way she dressed,
Yeah.
how she carry herself,
Yeah.
the way she talk, her
Right.
confidence.
Yeah, fact.
And here I am, I'm real low key,
Yeah,
average
chill,
Joe.
right,
Right,
yeah,
right.
facts,
Why she
yeah.
want to deal with somebody like me?
Right.
But then again, I may be who she really wants.
You kind of
Fact.
find out she just as insecure as you are.
Yeah, fact.
It's all
just
she put on the
communication.
facade.
Yeah, fact.
She overcompensating. That confidence is just a facade.
That's right.
Yeah, I want to circle back to a question that you had raised earlier. You had asked if rejection, or that you had stated that rejection, does it fold you or does it make you? And I think we have an answer to that, right? Just think about the late great Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. You look at individuals like him. You look at individuals like Michael Jordan that use rejection, they use no's, they use losing in the finals to come back and win the next championship the next year. And even like in the Last Dance with Jordan, they said that he would
Make up scenarios
in his head. Right. You know what I'm saying? He would say that Brian Russell, called him this, and it never happened, just so that he can get that fuel. You know what I'm saying? So that's a different form of rejection. Kobe's is probably a little bit more applicable, but
Ain't that like more borderline crazy though?
if you can use rejection, but again, does it make you or does it?
What drives you?
What drives you, right?
It's a drive.
So
right?
you mentioned earlier how for you, rejection for you go harder, right? So I think it may be a little different for people, but I think we have the answers. What I'm getting at, like at least using sports as an analogy, because you can physically measure that, right?
Right. It's definitely motivating because Gilbert Arenas' show, he talked about when he went they were playing the Lakers at one point. I guess he was with the Wizards. Had to be, right? Agent Zero.
Agent Zero days. Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna get up there, man, an hour before the game for everybody to get in, man, get some shots up. I might see Kobe or whoever. And he's walking in and he hears a ball bouncing. And he's like, it might be the ball boy or something. And it's Kobe, drenched, sweating. The ball.
Like he done played the game already, right? Yeah.
And he looked back.
That sound like him.
Nigga, you just here?
Right? Yeah. Where you going? Where you been? Where you been? You late?
Where you been, bro?
Late,
So,
man.
like, he just goes like, if I were to see something like that, first of all, Kobe already had rings then. So
At that point,
it's like to see the makeup of a champion.
Right.
What that would do, and I think he did for Gilbert Arenas.
Same thing with like on Netflix, man, the Redeem Team, man.
Right.
Carmelo
right.
said, I guess they had the night off or whatever, they was doing their thing. So they said, yeah, we'll get up in the morning and go, do a shoot around or something like that. So they get up at 8 o'clock, like, yeah, we're gonna be the first ones in here.
Right.
Kobe already finished his workout. He said, I've been here since 5. And Memphis, where y'all been, man?
So I'm finishing up.
Right, yeah.
Right.
So,
So people, they flip it,
Yeah.
however, and how you respond to it is, just based off of what drives you or what breaks you.
Okay, but then how about this? Taking it a whole other way. And Mike, you can still chime in, but we got kids.
Right.
Your kids are getting older. Rejection is ever present.
yeah.
How do you anticipate that conversation when your children, or when our children have their first major?
Me and Marv was talking about, I guess, when you little kids, man, you got some kind of gene or some kind of, because I tell mine no all day, and she still come back, and now she's like, bro, this is crazy. Like, you gonna wear me down until I be like, you know what, man, here, man, just take whatever, because, right, yeah.
That's a good life skill,
right, yeah.
Not taking no.
Well, that's right, man. At some point, you just get tired of hearing yourself say no, like, man, yes, just yes. Whatever it is, man.
Yeah. But works at home doesn't work in the world.
No, it's not as practical. No. Yeah.
It's not like lessons, man. Kids, you get a chance, opportunity to have kids, and every moment is a teaching moment. Every moment is a learning moment, right? So I think to answer your question, Jim Mack, is through your actions, right?
Yeah.
How your kids see how you accept and take rejection.
Right.
It's how they say, okay, they
yeah,
feel like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
yeah, facts. How you deal with it, right? Yeah, facts.
Get that job. Or I remember back when daddy want to do something, and mama said, you know what, I don't think we should do that today. You know
fact.
Little things like that. Yeah. Those relationship interactions are huge because they're looking at you. So
fact.
And at some point, you have to be an example for your children. But at some point, as my dad taught me, man, you got to live and learn yourself.
Right.
But at the same time, still remembering, how my mom and my dad acted or how they reacted to a no. But now, I have the responsibility to say, you know what, do I take the way my parents did it, or do I act the way I want to act?
Right, yeah.
I've done all I can do as a parent.
Right, yeah.
It's on you now, So, yeah, that's. But then again, it goes back to Zay was talking about with your career in rejections and how you didn't get that day off. Like, no, why I get a day off? Like, and I think about that in the situation of getting employment. It's like, when someone rejects you from a job that you feel in your heart you are overly qualified.
Yeah. Right. You expecting to get that.
You're expecting to get it, and they tell you no. Like, I just feel like asking them, yes. But continuously asking them, I just think that's just
you ain't gonna beat a dead horse, man. But yeah.
But then somebody else comes in right after you, and they get the job, and now you want to be petty.
And that's what I was saying. Like, it's layers to it. But like, the one thing I would challenge anybody that's in that position of saying no is, if you can. This is not an obligation, or it's not anything that you're required to do. But if you can, just challenge yourself. And this goes to us too, right? To kind of provide a some type of rationale. I think is just common courtesy and respect to especially in the workforce, especially right.
Well, I'll do that. I'm gonna go to Chat GPT and I'm gonna give me a reason to tell somebody no for it.
Right.
And we all got that general ass example.
Right.
Not somebody with more experience. But you were one.
You were in the running. Yeah, you definitely.
Hey, but y'all, let me give y'all some food for thought. Can y'all imagine a world where yes was the answer to everything?
No.
Like, it has to be a balance. Like, no's are necessary. Right?
Yeah.
No's are necessary. So we got to embrace the necessary and embrace, like, how it can either build us and break us, but how we rebuild from that. You know what I'm saying?
And I kid you not, this is right off the dome. It almost feels like no's are motivating and the yeses are the gratification.
Yes is like the reassurance about
the reassurance.
You took. That's the reassurance.
And that was deep.
Do that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that work was all worth it. I'm here now.
If I do get a yes, then it builds me up for that next no.
Right.
I got a yes before.
Yeah, the clock starts over.
Starts all
just
over
like how you and Mike, y'all took y'all soft nose, and then how y'all just turned that and flipped that, and it's like, look, I'm gonna show them. Okay. I got it. Okay. Right.
It was motivating.
Right. Yeah.
Being a DJ, plenty of no's.
Right.
What do you mean?
Plenty of no's. Like when and it's really on both ends. What I mean by that is, like, you have people who are interested in hiring you, right?
Right.
But you're in a very competitive world,
Yep.
and it's kind of unfair because you have all these elite DJs out here doing their thing, and a lot of clients expect that same thing, but every DJ is built different.
Right, yeah.
And then when you give them your price tag, I learned a long time from my dear friend, said DJ said DJ my wedding. She told me, she was like, know your worth.
Yeah.
She was like,
100%.
Know your worth.
Yeah.
She was like, I understand that you got a family. You got bills.
You want to get
you got and sometimes you do have to bend to get your foot in.
Right.
And take that little, not in her words, but my words, that chump change in a sense.
Right.
But she says what you don't want to do is start that that domino effect.
That precedent, right?
Of taking less.
Right, yeah.
Because then you lessen yourself.
You water yourself down.
And then people say, oh.
So the word get out.
Yeah.
You did a 6-hour gig for $100?
Okay, yeah.
Bad. Okay, well, you did it for her. Can you do it for me?
Right.
You know, kind of thing. So I've taken a lot of no's when I know my worth. Like, I'm looking at the competitive market, like, how much does the DJ really charge for a gig like this? And I'm like, you know what? Not that I can't do that, but I'm thinking about the people.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, man, I'm gonna do it for this.
Your market,
well,
man.
Nah, can you do it for this?
Right, yeah.
Like, nah, I can only do it for this. Or nah, we can't. I'm like, I'm sorry then. Like, there only been some times where I've actually negotiated. Because I've seen the benefit of doing this gig.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yeah, of course, that's business.
Versus like some of these gigs, I'm like, I know I ain't gonna get nothing out of this. Like I got a gig right now, this is be my 3rd time with them. It's a pool party, rooftop pool party.
Right, okay.
Down in Midtown. And I gave them my first offer. They were like, oh, that's it? I was like, oh.
Oh, man.
So again, the yes was motivating.
Right, yeah.
So what it made me do, it made me alter my thinking.
Reevaluate, right, yeah.
They would say yes to this, and the rest of y'all gonna have to
come up to to this level right here.
Yeah.
So next time around, inflation. So
Man. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday's price ain't today's price.
I think that's a good way to end it.
Right, man. That's what's up, fellas.
Hey, man, great conversation, man. As always, 3 Bros to Mic Therapy for us, man.
Make sure y'all comment.
Smash that, subscribe button, man.
For sure.
Share all this.
Right.
Yes.
What was the rejection that made you upset?
Man,
or what was the rejection that broke you?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Let us know.
For real.
Let us know.
All right, y'all. We love y'all.
Yeah, 3 Bros and a mic.